purpose is not to just teach you all, but also how you can learn Gita on your own as well. So this is one part is how can you study and learn Gita on your own. So first question that comes to everyone's mind is when exactly I should read Gita. So if you go through traditional knowledge, scriptures, they recommend you wake up early morning, especially what is known as Brahma Muhurt, which is like 45 minutes before sunrise. Like that's the best time to read. In fact, that's the best time to read anything. If you're learning maths, reading, social studies, if you learn anything early morning, your mind is fresh. You can grasp. That is the reason. Thoughts also, that is supposed to be a very pure time, the morning time. So learn anything over there, take shower and all of that. Like that is traditional knowledge. And you can read any Gita book you will open, traditional book, it will mention these things in the very first part. My recommendation is whenever you get chance, I try not to enforce, and when I read, I follow the same thing. I try not to enforce too much thing. The important thing is to connect with the text, the actual text that you are reading. Try to understand. So try to read when there is not a lot of noise going on. If you are reading from a physical book, just follow basic respects. It is an important book for anybody following Hinduism. So don't put it on floor. Don't use dirty hands. Things like that. Like you should follow. If you are reading virtual book, try to read it in quiet place. But apart from that, that's my own personal philosophy, is the text is much more important. So you should try to connect with the text, try to find a time that works best for you. Could be morning, could be evening, could be afternoon, whatever works. Try to follow some discipline, and feel free to read it as per. Now where to learn it? When we were kids, we only had one option. We would just go and buy physical book, and we have to cram through the physical book. Nowadays, we have multiple options. You can read the physical book if you can get one. If you can read an e-book, you can listen to an audio book, or you can watch. There are hundreds and thousands of video on YouTube based on what you like. You can interact as well. Like in Gen AI days, you can open up Chat GPT, ask him that explain me chapter 1, slok 5, and Chat GPT or Gemini or whichever LLM you are using, it can explain you, okay, this is what is covered, and you can follow up for questions. So that's my recommendation, is you will get maximum benefit if you spend some time on any of these, whatever works best for you. Next. Also need to understand how the knowledge of Gita has flowed. Started from Krishna, of course. Krishna knew everything. He delivered it to Arjun. Arjun did not share with anyone. The knowledge went to Arjun, stopped there. Second part was Sanjay, if you know. He had something called Dividrishti. He could see things which are far. He also listened Gita firsthand. He told Dhritarashtra. Any questions?
Her knowledge of Mahabharata is a little poor, so she's asking who's Sanjay.
Okay, so yeah, no, that's my bad. I should have covered who is Sanjay.
I was just joking.
Yeah. No, so Dhritarashtra basically was blind. So Ved Vyas, where he visited Dhritarashtra, and he asked, do you want to get eyesight, and like something called Divya eyesight, where you can look for and you can watch, sitting at your palace, you can watch what is going on in Mahabharata. Dhritarashtra said, hey, I don't know anyone, I've been blind, I'm not interested. Give that Dividrishti, that super eyesight power to Sanjay. He was a minister of Dhritarashtra, I think. No,
he was
the Sarthi. Sarthi of Dhritarashtra. Sarthi is like a driver.
Chariot.
Chauffeur.
So Krishna was also Arjun's Sarthi.
Correct.
Yeah.
So Sarthi actually was a very, very important role back in the days, because Sarthi can take you in whatever direction. So if you don't have a strong Sarthi, you are screwed. You need to, if you're fighting a war, you need a very, very strong Sarthi. So they used to play, so that's why Krishna, when Arjun was about to fight, he requested Krishna, can you become my Sarthi? So anyway, so Sanjay was, yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to take first,
Yeah.
but I'm confused. Ved Vyas was the son of
Yeah.
the lady.
Correct.
Shantanu's wife.
Can we open that?
Right?
Yeah,
Shantanu's wife.
Correct.
I I was just watching this.
Yeah.
Anybody remembers the name?
Start with an S. Swa.
13, slide 13.
This one.
Yeah, this one.
Vedvyas was the son of who? If I'm not wrong.
Satyavati.
Satyavati.
Satyavati has the son Vedvyas as
Yeah,
well.
Satyavati.
So in many ways, Vedvyas is like brother of Bhishma.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vedvyas is pretty much the father of
All the Kauravas and Pandavas.
Vijay and
Yeah, I mean, father of Dhritarashtra and kind of, yeah.
grandfather. Right?
Yeah.
Vijay and Pandu. No, not
No,
Pandu.
not Pandu.
Vijay was the only son, right?
No,
Correct.
also the seed, he died.
So Vichitravir basically died. So the twins that they got, they didn't have a son.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Right. So he is basically,
Yeah.
technically kind of father of Dhritarashtra and Pandus, kind of.
Okay.
So that's why this actually, the Mahabharata story is his family fighting amongst each other. So that's why he is in a perfect place even to write the story. He has got superpowers, this Drishti himself as well. So he's watching everything. He can watch the present, he can watch the future. But more or less, it is his family who is basically fighting among each other in some sense. You can go into that debate between, I don't want to debate.
No. I was
Right.
confused, so I just wanted to clarify that.
Correct.
But,
If you go back to that one. So Sanjay is basically telling Dhritarashtra exactly what is happening in. There is an interesting part which I did not know earlier. When Gita started, if you read the actual Mahabharata, the Sanskrit version, at this point, 10 days of Mahabharata has already happened. So Sanjay walks into Dhritarashtra and Sanjay tells that hey, Bhishma is about to die, or Bhishma is in a arrow bed. Like Arjun and Bhishma had a big fight today after 10 days. And then Dhritarashtra said, oh my God, what is going on? So Dhritarashtra said, can you rewind? Can you rewind from to day 0 and can you start? So this all happened before Gita. Is like this conversation happened between Dhritarashtra and Sanjay. But anyways, when Gita was spoken, Sanjay listened to it. He told Dhritarashtra, and these guys did not tell anyone. So if the information would have stayed there, we would not know. The actual part that happened is Vedvyas was also watching and listening. He wrote a book, the whole Mahabharata, and we are basically privy of reading that book. So in many ways, why people like Gita so much, if we believe in Krishna, then we are just 1 or 2 degree away. Sometimes we question, the God really exists. Where can I see God? Where can I hear God? So here is some of the verses, some of the shlokas, which is coming directly from Krishna. Vedvyas is writing exactly what he is hearing from Krishna. So if we believe in that, then we are just 1 degree away from Krishna by reading Gita. But the problem is it is in Sanskrit, which was a very popular language like 2,000, 3,000 years back. But now we have evolved in Hindi, English, so we can't really understand most of the Sanskrit. I think parents, we did have Sanskrit as a subject in our school. So we know 1%, 2% of Sanskrit, maybe not everyone, but still like it is a hard language to understand. So we can figure out little, and it is somewhat similar to Hindi. So even if we read the Sanskrit, we can figure out few words. Next slide. So Vedvyas Sanskrit, you have few options to read. You can read the Sanskrit version itself. It is like chanting, so you won't understand a single thing, but you might feel good. Karmanyavadikaraste ma preshna vedancharan ma karphaletu brahmate sangosam karmani. Feels very good to speak, but you don't understand exactly what the hell I'm talking about. So that's option 1. Option 2 is read the translation. Translation could be in your language, Hindi, English, Tamil, Telugu, whichever you want to learn. That also you can read in 1 to 2 hours if you just cram through it. But again, you won't understand a thing, but you will at least you can read exactly what it is there. I don't recommend that option too. You can read the Sanskrit and translated Gita if you can read that, because what happens in translation, sometimes meaning is lost. Any translation that happens, 80-90% translation is true, but 10-20% you can't find a real word to translate. So sometimes the meaning is lost. So if you can read Sanskrit, especially for parents, I recommend try to read the Sanskrit version as well. You will get more close to source. Last option is the best option, which we will follow in this session. is the interpretation. So since the translation is so condensed, so there are many interpretations available of that verse. We will go through that, and this will explain the actual meaning behind what exactly the author Ved Vyas is trying to say. Next slide. So again, like I said, translation is word-to-word meaning, good to get close to source. 700 verses make it difficult to understand. Commentary or interpretation is, sometimes the problem is it might get away from the original meaning, so that's something to watch out. But it explains in a very easy to understand language. So that's what most people just do is read commentaries. Next. This is one example. There are hundreds of websites where Gita is explained and commentaries available. This is one that I personally use, holybhagavad-gita.org, and it has like page by page. So it starts from the shlok. Dhritarashtravad dharam kshetra kurukshetra samveta yutsava mamta pandavasyava kim kurvat sanjaya. This is literally shlok 1, chapter 1, shlok 1. You can play that audio once you are there. This is a screenshot, so that won't play. But you can listen to that as well. You can read the literal translation, and then you can read the commentary about it. This one is slightly simpler to understand, so just reading translation might be helpful. As we go further, it might become complex, so commentary helps. So this is one that I personally follow. Next slide. There are many books available. I follow this book. This is very similar concept. It starts with the shlok. It gives word by word meaning. It gives the meaning of that particular shlok, and it gives the actual commentary on that as well. Next slide.
That's the one that you read.
Yeah, I have that one copy with me. Go back. Yeah, so that's the one I personally like, and there is a reason. What I recommend is follow whichever, maybe try out few. Yes, go ahead.
What does the title say?
Tattva Vivechani. So Gita Press is the company in India. Around 100 years back, they publish many Hinduism related books. And Tattva Vivechani is a word which basically means commentary of the Tattva is like the elements. So it is trying to explain Gita. So ultimately it's a, what's that?
It's like 300 rupees, so it's almost like $3.
It's like $5.
Oh, okay, 300 rupees.
Okay.
So yeah, so if you buy it from India, so this is the Indian currency, 300 rupees. 80 rupees roughly right now is $1.
That's
So 100, so it's like $3 you can get this book if this is like big, this book. 300 to 500 rupees, so $3 to $5 you will get. I might have this book with me over here. So this is the one that I follow. So once if you buy it, this is how it's gonna look like. So this is just for like $3. Bunch of nice pictures as well.
Is it in English?
This is in English. So it has got an English version, it has got a Hindi version. So we got English so that we all can read together. But yeah, it has, like I mentioned, it has the shlok, it has word meaning, translation, and literal and commentary. The reason I like this one is it stays close to the actual meaning. It doesn't try to deviate. Since I know a little bit of Sanskrit, so I can figure out what they are trying to tell in the actual shlok. There are some other commentaries I have read where they have given it some different flavor, which is good. Like next slide. ISKCON temple, if you go, like you
That's
will.
the one I read. That's the ISKCON one.
Correct. So
Have
the
you read that?
I have read this one as well. The beauty or the part that is there, it will after chapter 2, chapter 3, it will go towards bhakti because the author Prabhupada, Swami Prabhupada, he is Bhakt, he is Krishna Bhakt. So he will start everything to bhakti. He will, and there is a part which is about life, about philosophy. You can understand Gita, and this part about bhakti, Krishna Bhakti. So this one goes heavily on Krishna Bhakti.
This
So
is slightly opinionated.
correct.
Yeah,
So exactly. So that's I read it once. I was not a big fan. When I read that one, I said, okay, this is what I was looking for. So what I would recommend is try out. Like there is no wrong Gita, is what I would say. Everybody, if you go to a restaurant, you try to eat different things. Somebody likes something, somebody likes something. Same thing is Gita. In my opinion, book is less important. The knowledge is more important. It's like when you were a kid, we learned 2 plus 3 equals 5. It doesn't matter which book we learned from, the knowledge was important, like now we know that particular edition. So same thing, the knowledge of Gita is important. If you like this book, feel free, explore. I like that book, and that's everybody can choose. But again, it follows the exact same format. That's why I used, like, it starts with the shlok. This one is targeted for people here who don't even know Hindi. So to read, so it actually has the shlok only in the Roman script, like English script. It has the word meaning, it has the translation, and then it has the actual commentary, detailed commentary. So that's your second version. Next slide. There are many more translations. There are, I think, around 5,000 minimum translations available in multiple different languages. I just picked few random, like 1905, Annie Besant wrote Bhagavad Gita. I think Mahatma Gandhi wrote his own version around 1947, Mahatma Gandhi's Bhagavad Gita. Jayadayal Goenka, this is the one I am using, which was written in 1923. It has two, one is literal translation and one is Tattviveshni. Paramahansa Yogananda in 1940 wrote God Talks with Arjun. Prabhupada is the one I showed in 1968, he wrote Bhagavad Gita. As it is, all of them cover more or less the same thing in different ways. Pick whichever you want. Next slide. Goes back to the same Gita GPS, like this is what I will follow. I have explained that already, so we can skip over here. Next slide, I think this might be the last slide. Yeah. So I think more or less perfect on time. I have 10 more minutes. Either we can discuss or I can just give a flavor of chapter 1, because that would be the. Can we go to the what is the purpose of Gita Book Club and talk about the schedule before?
Didn't we talk already?
No, I think come to this slide. Yeah. So next 2 weeks from now is Labor Day, so planning to skip that one. Then after 2 weeks is 14th of September, roughly a month from now. We can start from chapter 1. I could not find room over here. Gum Springs Library, I found a meeting room that's not too far from our place, so we can go over there. So if that works out for everyone, I'll keep that room. I won't explore anything further. If the time doesn't work, let me know as well. Then I'll figure out something else. But that's one thing I wanted to confirm at least from this group. I have 10 more minutes. Maybe I'll just give a quick
Yeah, chapter 1.
chapter 1. Yeah. So if you can go back to the first tab. So one level up. Day 2 content. So it is still work in progress. I'm like processing and working through. So this.